Episode 3.
We still have no idea who is anyone and what is going on.
So, what are your thoughts on the 3 episode test? This idea that you shouldn't drop a series until you've watched 3 episodes of it.
I have mixed feelings, admittedly. I'm not sure if this show passes, to be honest. And even in 12 episode series lately, I've kind of been noticing that there's usually it usually takes until episode 4 or so for them to get their legs and or have the big plot drop moment. I mean, just because Mommy's head got chopped off in third episode. But generally it's one of those things where it can be kind of hard, I think, to use that as a solid method, just because there are some shows that kind of really show their teeth early and then peter out, and other shows that just kind of don't really kick into gear until later game. So I guess it's a good way to see what the general feel of the show tends to be like, but I'm really not sure if it's the best way to really judge whether or not to follow through on it. That's more of just kind of like make a very good friend who kind of knows your jam.
Yeah, just use word of mouth. I'm not a big fan of the 3 episode test. I generally think, a show shouldn't completely, it's not, a show's not going to find its legs on the first episode whenever, like, all the time. Like, you're not
Mhm.
always going to stick the landing. But generally speaking, you should show enough of your hand in the first episode to let someone know whether or not they want to stick with it or not. Like, I shouldn't be still figuring out whether or not I'm going to stick with the series, an hour and a half in.
Mhm.
Like Madlax, the first episode kind of meandering, doesn't go nowhere, but it still has that hook at the very end of, the gun baby and the cocktail dress that lets me know, okay, this is something that I can get into.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like it's a very good sum up, like blah 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 political intrigue, blah 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 human nature, blah blah blah, and then there's just big stupid gun antics. She just sees like color and pictures moving in front of her. And now we're in vague anime Hong Kong?
Seems that way.
Boom, boom, boom. They stuck it out all the way through to give the shower scene.
Yeah. Well, we did have the bath scene last episode,
Okay, that's fair.
but this one was supposed to be cute and endearing because she had the soap on her nose
Duh. So all she has is like giant men's shirts and cocktail dresses
and her combat shorts.
in jungle combat. Good thing I just had his photo. Oh, Rafash is tired. He's kind of cute. Look at those dreamy eyes. Gwen McNichol.
That's a great name.
Mm.
You can tell he's a fascist because of the chanting.
I'm guessing
Also,
he's
he's
also
just the beret guy from the first episode with hair.
in a slightly lower butt chin. Though he's still kind of got the same bored expression as the rest of the cast.
Yeah, like no one, Vanessa more so than anyone else so far, but like no one seems terribly invested in anything that's going on.
And like this is a war-torn country with kings and doubloons and women running around in cocktail dresses shooting down entire platoons. Like, what is your personal life if this can be just like the dreary everyday?
Okay, we didn't just suddenly get a narrator.
Thank goodness. Voted nicest cheekbones 12 times running for fascist dictators. Was that dead motivating women I hear?
What year do you think this is? This is like 2003. We're lucky that we even got a female protagonist that's alive.
Yeah. Heck, we're lucky that we've got a female protagonist with a shirt. Still kind of bored. Boom, 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 boom.
You can tell she's a sniper because she has that convenient sniper rifle on her jacket. So we're firmly planting this series in totally fake Earth.
With a totally believable name, Letitia Loon.
Because it's easier just to make up countries and mishmash together everything than to try to do any research on real ones.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but she's still hot though. Which is that's also like a weird thing where it's like that happens a lot where especially like in military or stories or stories with in war in general where it's like the pretty lady is like don't hit on her, she's good at her job. What?
So if she was Shat, she would be fair game.
I guess that's the implication. Women who are good at their jobs aren't interested in romance.
And conversely, women who aren't good at their jobs are free for harassment.
Pretty much. Usually they're
Again,
not good at their jobs because of romance.
she's really posting this guy's picture up a lot. It's like I'm watching the Shadow Girl plays, but like somehow like both more grit real and more ridiculously anime.
Yeah, that's a pretty good way to put it.
At least the soundtrack's refreshing compared to "Wanna Be the Strongest."
Yeah, it's though we're so far at the just about the same number of tracks used.
Man, that little girl sure loves that blood book. Also, she's comatose. I see no reason for intervention.
No one thought maybe we shouldn't let the child have a book covered in human blood.
Especially since I think they're implying PTSD or something for her, like having no memories for it.
You just had the
I,
exact same expression as all the other women in the series.
when a suspicious person and a suspicious person meet, it coming through the rye. Man, they're really taking advantage of this guy as the most photogenic warlord in history.
He has his own calendar that he puts out in his country.
Like, I think he's gotten more glam shots than Madlax.
Though Madlax is trying to catch up.
I hope you're cool with that. Sure. Man, seriously, just bless this serious expression. Eh, I'm here to kill you. Want some
I'll kill
coffee?
you eventually. That's fine. You're hot. It's fine.
You can get out of that curtain. Are you naked? Or I can close my eyes. No, seriously, it's just pretty much, hey, want some coffee? Lady who's here to kill me.
Ah, she's got the cocktail dress again.
Glad she managed to fix it.
I will say though, I do appreciate the fact that like she goes for like the most costume changes of like any anime protagonist I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, this is usually like three more than we see.
Yeah, usually they have like their hero attire and their casual, but like we've had her disguise, we've had the shirt, the white cocktail dress, the red cocktail dress, the combat.
Looks like he's drinking maple syrup. Huh, warlorded? You want a list?
It was dope.
Someone needs a blog.
I don't fucking know.
by making someone else do it.
You didn't win. I did it. I won.
Just not the face. I want to have an open casket.
That's even a different cocktail dress.
God damn. Dancing with the murderous warlords.
Show the man a good time before you shoot him. Or maybe just stand there.
He's still bored.
That that's not what a blue moon is.
Yeah. Oh, but here we go. Do, 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 do.
You know, this song's pretty good, but it kind of loses its impact if you use it every single episode.
Yeah. Just getting in one last glam shot before the political assassination.
Open up a safety deposit box after his death, and there's gonna be a bunch of headshots. Use these in my obituaries.
No, this one. Gets my chin better. Good thing nobody's scouting the, dare illicit, easy cover building.
Also, how much of an asshole is this guy that he hires someone to kill him, but he still keeps his military next to him?
Yeah, huh? He, even has a counter sniper unit, just in case. Yo. Double yo.
See, she knows not in the face.
Just go straight in the kill vein. Make sure you go out with a smile. I just gotta say that name one more time. Man, she's so good she shot him in the head and still didn't shoot him in the head.
Just scared him to death.
Why didn't we canvas that place? You first.
Weird. The person that was on the rooftop suspiciously turned out to be a problem.
Huh. She shot her right in the
somewhere.
Ponytail?
Hat? She shot the hat?
She shot the hat.
I just want that guy's obituary just to be, you didn't win.
Pomp 2, what now?
I will avenge my hat.
Nobody Slipknot ponytails for me. Was she hot? Like a power to make a gun pretty much do anything.
Also, good job, Madlax, for keeping your name secret. I'm sure that'll never come back to bite you in the ass. People just knowing your name when you're an assassin mercenary.
Also knowing that you're a hot chick when you're an assassin mercenary, that already is kind of narrowing it down. Love 'em and leave 'em. Oh, that's kind of cold, all things considered. And I mean, like, I can't believe I'm saying that. Man, she shot him through the head, but she threw his picture away. Ice water, girl.
How could you let those pictures go to waste?
Margaret, did you forget how the remote worked again? All right. Sitting around trying to make sense of the plot part. I guess, admittedly, something significant happened. Like, there's this horrible, shitty warlord country is going to be, like, even more warlord shitty because of this.
And
So
it's
I'm guessing that's kind
all
of a
our
bit.
great hero's fault.
Best kind. So our heroes are respectively somebody who's starting a new civil war and a child who may or may not know how a television works. Strong female protagonists.
Match made in heaven.
So we're at episode 3, going by the 3 episode rule. What are your feelings on Madlax so far?
Episode 1 managed to bring it back at the end. Episode 2 fell real flat. Episode 3 brought it back a little bit. It brought back some of that weird Madlax stuff where she's inexplicably in dresses and doing impossible things with guns.
I wonder if that's just going to be the tone. Weird, buh. Weird, buh. Next up, buh. So much buh. Oh, actually, I think this episode's kind of sad. I think. Or there was a nice song. One and the same.